What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Kelvin of Situations the Podcast, and today is finally here. And today we're sitting with.
Your lovely co-host, Miss Deanna.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Tiana. How you doing today?
I'm pretty good in yourself.
Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been waiting on this day for about 3 weeks now, and it's finally here.
Yes.
Okay. Well, just so the people know, Situations the Podcast is a grown folks podcast where we talk grown folks conversation, grown folks topics, everyday life, and current events. So today we have a few things that we want to be discussing, and we just need some feedback. We get you guys feedback and just tell us how you feel. You guys can chime in, and we can interact with what you're saying. So with that being said, I just want to touch on a few subjects real quick before we get started. Um, I just want to say I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to the podcast channel. I want to give a major shout out to Jonah. I hope I pronounced your last name right. If I mispronounce it, please forgive me. Well, her name is Jonah Falcon. Deanna, this girl has been truly supportive. She's been telling people to subscribe to the YouTube channel. She's been liking, she's been commenting, and all that does is help the show grow. So, with that being said, I kind of want to give her a major shout out and just say thank you. We as a team appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so let's dive into some topics. Let's dive into a few things that we came here to talk about. Did you see the Super Bowl?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
Okay. So did you see the performance, the Usher performance, and the Alicia Keys
I
performance?
did.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
by you being a musician, now you
Mhm.
are you a magician or a musician? I want you to be like Suki was.
A musician.
Okay. By you being a musician,
hmm
what was your take on Usher's performance? Because I seen a lot of mixed reviews on his performance. Some people saying it was dope. Some people saying it was mid. Some people saying it was just okay. Now I watched it. I'm gonna give you my personal opinion first. Me,
hmm
I think it was just okay because I've seen better from Usher.
Okay.
I seen better. I seen better halftime shows than what I saw. Also,
hmm
the Alicia Keys part. I wonder how she missing these notes. It was notes she was missing.
Exactly.
It was notes she was not reaching. Notes I know she can reach, but for some reason I don't know if it was nerves. But at that, you're on the biggest stage of your life. Millions and millions of
Right.
people watching. So, what's your take on that?
I think the hype built up around it all maybe got to both of them a little bit. And with Usher, everybody was anticipating it, but he just had did a whole residency. So
Right,
maybe they was expecting him to come up with something new. That was just gonna be a wow factor for them, and it wasn't.
right, right. Yeah, because I like I said, I've
And
seen
and
better
it's
halftime shows.
hmm
But like I say, so if you had to grade that show from a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it? From your perspective, from what you saw.
I would say a 7, solid 7.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
I
I
wouldn't
said
give it a
seven and a half.
10.
Right, I said 7.5, maybe 8, because like I say, I mean, it was
Yeah.
just okay. You know, for
Right.
the halftime show, you expecting that wow factor. I don't know if
Right.
they. I'm not gonna say they didn't have the right person performing. I'm not gonna say that, but you for that particular setting, you expecting a wow factor, and I just didn't
Right.
get that. It was plenty of
Yeah.
times I got up. and went and did something else. You know what I'm
and
saying?
came back.
And came back, right? Just think back to when Michael Jackson performed at the Super Bowl. I was glued. I didn't leave.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I was
Yes.
measuring. I'm not certain if I was measuring his performance to Michael's performance and other
Right.
great that played that stage. Maybe it was just me, but I did see a lot of mixed reviews, and I just want to know
Mm-hmm.
your take on it. By you being in that industry, and how do you feel about
Mm-hmm.
it? You know, but
You know what? With some of the other performances that we've seen in the past too, they invited different friends along, which he did that too. But I don't know. I just still give it a solid 7.
right, right, I feel
Maybe
the same
he
way.
could have added some more things. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know personally. I don't know what was missing. I really don't know what was missing. I don't know
Right.
if it was. I don't know if it was the stage presence, um,
Mm-hmm.
the song selections. Um, I mean,
Because
I
some
don't know.
some of them were pretty quick. That he was maneuvering through because
Right, he
of
only
the
had
time
limited
that he
time.
had. So
Right, he only had what 12 minutes, 12,
right.
13 minutes, or something like that. So I mean, I get
And I
that.
think with his residency, he from the ones that I was watching on there, he got a chance to take his time more
Right. So you think that was the
versus
determining
the
factor?
Super Bowl. Yeah, I do because he was trying to probably figure out which songs was the crowd pleasers and the fan favorites and things that he wanted to do with people that he was inviting to, help make the show be a
Okay.
success. So I think all that, you know, took
Played a
account.
factor. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, so we on board then. We give it about the same thing, about a 7.
Right.
And that's why I was at with it. I said about 7.5, maybe 8. I
Yeah.
don't know. But now I got a question for you.
Okay.
The women today, and I'm not just talking about. Well, let's women today. Okay, when you're dating someone, is there a certain standard that you look for? I'm talking to you now, you particular.
Ab- Absolutely.
What's your standards?
For me, it would be the approach. Um, and then if they're asking me out, like the time frame that they're asking me out, like somebody reached out to me saying, "Come meet me for drinks," and it was 12 o'clock.
Okay,
If I'm not out before 12 o'clock a.m., what am I coming out for?
okay. So let me ask
Uh,
you this.
just had. Okay.
So let me ask you this: does he have to make a certain amount of money to even be for him for you to consider dating him? Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
No, I wouldn't say that because I mean, even if it is some guys making a certain amount of money, it doesn't mean you're gonna get it.
That's facts. And the reason I asked that is,
So, but
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, just saying. But we're all adults, and yeah, everybody needs to be able to take care of themselves.
Right. And the reason I ask you that is because this. I see a lot of women today in this society today, and I think they got the game all screwed up. You know, you got these girls out here talking about the man have to make 6 figures. He have to make 6 figures. He can't take you to this restaurant. He can't take me to this restaurant. Is any restaurant for you off limits?
It's not. It's not
So, so a guy
because
can.
I feel like when you're first meeting a person, you're trying to see is there some type of chemistry or connect with that person.
That was my next thing because when you're meeting somebody, you have to see if the chemistry is right. You have to see if everything align. You know.
Exactly. So for a man, who wants to spend? And some guys got it and they do it, but it's like, to me, I guess that would be an investment. It's like, why would you spend two, three, four, $500 on a date early on and you don't even know if you like the person?
Absolutely. My point exactly, because I'll be damned if I spend, if I'm gonna date you, or if I'm gonna take you out, we're gonna go somewhere
Right,
nice. I'll ask
right,
you, what you want to eat, and if whether it's in my budget or not. I'm not gonna take you to get $300 or $400 steak. We're not gonna do that
right.
because after the night, I
But
might not
see,
be
me and
fucking
my
with you no more
friends,
anyway. You know what I'm saying?
right, and me and my friends talk about that, and it's like, you're going out ordering stuff that you wouldn't even pay for yourself, that you wouldn't normally even order.
Normally, shit that they can't afford to pay for. That's what that is.
Exactly.
They
But
be
no,
talking.
even if they had the money, they wouldn't do that. You would buy a $500 wig, but you won't buy yourself a $500 steak.
That's true. But see, but the part about
So,
it, what I don't be understanding with these girls today is that they want you to spend $30,000, $40,000 on a purse,
right.
a Birkin, and all this. If you don't have it already,
Hmm.
if these are the things that you like and you don't have them
Right.
already, you can't afford them. It's just simple as that.
Exactly.
You can't afford it because if these are the things that you like and these are the things that you want, you should already have those things. You shouldn't have to be trying to
Exactly.
finesse a man, out of $30,000, $40,000 to get for him to buy you a bag. Fuck you gonna have in
Right.
the $30,000, $40,000 bag? You probably won't even have five hundred
I,
dollars in this bag.
I was just about to say that. What's in the bag?
What right? What you need a purse for? What you need a $40,000 purse for? What you gonna carry in a $40,000 purse?
Everything is all about the aesthetics. It's not really about what they have or what they got going on. It's just, do you look good? Um, and it's mean girls out there. It was a rapper, and she was like, if you don't look a certain type of way, you can't go. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
inviting you
remember
out.
that. I seen that. I know exactly what you're referring to.
And it's so, yeah, they feel like if they go get this cosmetic surgery or they have a certain aesthetic, then they want that $40,000 bag, and they deserve it
That's
based on
absolutely
that.
that's absolutely insane. I mean, that's
It
just my
is.
take on it. That's insane. You know,
It is.
they'll find themselves by themselves. They, fuck with me. They'll find themselves by themselves because I ain't going, and I can have the
They
money
want the
to
bag,
do
but
it.
don't even have a house.
Right, renting or living with their parents.
Or
And
some girls that have fancy, nice bags, and they're at the bus stop.
right, yeah, I ain't going. I
You're
can't
not
see it.
even you're not even carrying the thing properly or being protected with this luxury item.
I'm just like I said. I just like to know if anybody out there that got a $30,000 or $40,000 bag. Please tell me what y'all carry in that bag like that. I want to know because I'm confused. I'm confused on to why would you need a purse of that magnitude, and what the hell
Right.
could you possibly have in it? It makes no sense to me. But to each his own. But it's just like I say. These girls today, they just, and another thing too. Everybody want to be a bad bitch. You know,
They do.
they it's insane to me. It's crazy to me that they feel this way. So you mean to tell me there's no more good wholesome girls out here? Everybody want to
Everybody
run.
want to be a. They do.
Right. Everybody want to run. They want to run and get the BBL. They want to run and get these teeth put in their mouth. And now you can't tell them nothing. They on top of the world. They done spent their last on these teeth, but your face
You're
still
right.
ain't. Your face card still ain't facing. They
Right.
don't do nothing about that. They figure makeup can
And
hide that.
right. And I've had people ask me, like, you don't want to get your body done? I don't think there's anything wrong with me.
Right.
You wanted to change something about yourself. And I'm not against anybody with cosmetic surgery, but here's my thing. How do y'all put down natural women who chose not to take that route like it's something wrong with them or they're basic when you the one made the changes and all y'all look cookie cutter the same.
Right. Well, like I said, I don't have nobody. I don't have nothing against anybody that has the surgery, whether it be tummy tuck, BBL, breast lift, face implants, or lip injection. I don't have. You like it. I love it. Okay. You like it.
Right.
I
And
love it.
I'm not saying I don't either, but amongst women, like just even exclude the guys, amongst women, they look at women that don't have it like a basic bitch.
Right. Right. Absolutely. So,
Like they're so much superior.
and they not, and they not.
But that's how they're acting. That's what I'm saying. So a natural woman have to be secure in herself and stand on what she believe in about herself 10 toes down. Like, no, I'm fine. I love me. Like, I'm popping, you know what I'm saying, the way that I am.
Right. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
And,
That's how it's supposed to be.
right.
You.
And if you were too, even though you got this stuff done, you don't have to put somebody else down to feel good.
Right.
We both can
Absolutely.
be popping. You know what I'm saying? We both can look amazing.
I back that 100%. But like I said, it's just amazing to me how these girls act today because you know it's like they confidence is through the roof, and ain't nothing wrong with
It
that.
is.
Ain't nothing wrong with having confidence. Ain't nothing wrong with believing in yourself because if you don't believe in yourself, then who will? You know,
Right.
I get that, but
Mm-hmm.
the part that doesn't make sense to me is the part where you try to put the man down if he don't make this amount of money, you ain't messing with him. Or if he worked this type of job, you not messing with him. But
Right.
you know, and you a dancer. That's your
But that's what
profession.
I'm saying. They put other women down too. If you're not in that category with the aesthetic that they have, everybody getting put down.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think I ever will. Maybe it's not for me to get, but it's just sad that to see this. I mean, and it's happening constantly every day on social media. Is women out here downplaying men, talking about they
Yes.
not messing with no man because of this, or they not messing with no man because of this reason. But my thing is this:
Right.
I have nothing against the independent woman. Nothing.
Right.
I'm all for that. If you're independent, my hat go off to you. I salute you. But at some point,
Right.
you're gonna need a man. You're gonna need a man because
Exactly.
what happens when you on the highway and your car break down? You got a flat tire. Who you gonna call?
Exactly.
I've now I'm gonna say this. I've never seen a woman AAA driver. They may be out there.
Right. I haven't either.
I've never experienced it. Okay, so you
I
need a
haven't
man's
either.
help. Have you ever seen a woman AAA driver or a woman tow truck driver? I've never seen one
No.
of those. So don't say you don't need a man's help when you at some point you will need a man's help.
Right.
That's my thing. It's like to me they're not thinking straight, and to me that's sad because women women are supposed to be providers. Women are supposed to be nurturers.
Mm-hmm.
Women are supposed to have your man. You supposed to have your man's back no matter what. That's
Right.
that's my take on it. It should be vice versa. You know, we
Right.
should we supposed to have each other's back. But when you
Right.
downplaying that man like that, that's not a good look. And there's just
It's
too many
not.
people. Right, there's too many people high fiving that, and that don't sit well with me. So what's your real
But
take on
guess
that?
what? But if somebody, if a lot of people are high fiving it, somebody's condoning it.
That's true. But that's the reason it is being high fived because people are condoning it.
Right.
And to me, like I say, it doesn't make sense to me that it's that way, and it shouldn't be
Well,
that way.
maybe more men need to speak out about it because if and I see different, podcasts and messages going around where men are talking up, about certain things, but so, like I said, somebody's funding them, somebody's, providing everything that they want with the attitude that they have. So
Yeah, that's true, but we have to do more than just talk about it. We have to stand on it.
Yes,
You know, it's cool
absolutely.
for you to talk about it, but if you're not standing on what you say, then what's the purpose of talking about it? You still defeating the purpose.
Right,
If you see somebody walk past with a big old butt and she got her cheeks out, but a minute ago you just saying what you were saying, but now all of a sudden, you see this and you right back to the shade tree nigga. I don't get that.
right.
I don't get
Hmm.
that. To me, that's just it's insane to me. I don't know.
It is.
So, just to touch base on this as well. What about your people, Charles and Netta?
I didn't really know too much about them, but I was like, when I saw this, I was like, what the heck is this going on?
Two men. That's exactly what's going on. Miss Netta
Yes.
is his name is Joe. His real name is Joe. I think it's Jackson. I think it is something like
Okay.
that. But he just went
Well,
and
I
got a
knew he
BBL,
was a
right?
man, but
I mean, how could you not tell
I
that was a
saw the
man?
picture.
Right.
Exactly. I saw the picture, and I was like, oh boy.
But he just had a BBL, right? Did you
Yes,
know that? That's gonna be a mess.
I did. I saw it is
And I feel sorry for
because
Charles.
the way his attitude already was,
They ain't gonna change it. They ain't gonna change the way he
it's
look.
gonna be
That mother still look
no.
like that. Listen, man, that mother look like gravel by the face.
Look, but I don't know. It's a newfound confidence with the butt because I was out one time with a friend. She had on a mini skirt, and I'm talking
Right.
about her butt was literally out. And she came over there. She was like, "Don't feel no type of way if don't no guys try to talk to you or whatever." I was like, "Huh?" So then this guy that was, standing next to us when she walked off, he was like, "Man, I ain't trying to be all up in y'all business, but I am." He was like, "All the guys are on her because her ass is out."
Right. That's it. That's it. That's all.
He said you over here looking classy and stuff like that. You're not gonna attract any and everything. They know they gotta come a certain type of way if they
100.
want to approach you.
100%. And see, that's the part. That's
Hmm.
the part that a lot of these girls are missing. You only being approached
Right,
because of how you look. I can assure you, if they put on
right.
some regular clothes, you know, it wouldn't come that easily. It really wouldn't. It really
No,
wouldn't come that easy because you only attracting this because of what you got on. I mean, but hey, it's sad. It's sad, but that's today's society. That's today's world. You know,
it is.
and I wonder. Sometimes I ask myself, like, what do they mother have to say about that? Because, you know, back in the day, that was damn near outlawed. Women wasn't doing
It
that.
was.
Women wasn't dressing so provocative that way. So where did all
Right.
this come from? I don't get it. I don't get where it comes from.
Attention. Social media adds to that too. All the different likes, everybody being accessible. You could be in Paris and call me off Facebook or Instagram
Right.
and saying you want to fly me out.
Right. Well, I
And
do
that was
follow
my
social
thing with
media.
that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Um, it's just like I don't get that part too about being flown out. Like you put that much trust in another person that you really don't know to have them fly you out.
Right.
Because I've turned down trips to a whole bunch of different places. I'm like, I don't even know this guy.
Right. I mean, you be like a duck out of water. You know what I'm saying? You've been flued out somewhere, and you have no idea what's going on, what his plans are, or none of that. But
Right.
these
And
girls
it's
out
like
here, they
even if you do have your own money, what if he got guys waiting in the cut? It's just you
absolutely
don't know the situation at all.
right.
And you're out of your element totally.
Yes, absolutely. Speaking on that, I'm glad you brought that up because just about a week ago, I saw the same thing just happen, but it was reverse.
Hmm.
A young lady flew a guy out, a guy that she was dealing with on social media,
Hmm.
and he went to where he accepted it, and he went out there. So they was in the hotel room. She video recorded because he wouldn't have sex with her. Right? She tells
Right.
him that I flew you all the way out here. I spent $2,200 to get you out here, and you don't want to get none of this. You don't want to have sex with me. And dude was like, no, I didn't come out here for that. I came out here for, you know, to have a good time. To be with you and have a good time.
Right.
Do you know the comment section roast this man, guys and girls? So I'm saying to myself, wait a minute now, ain't that a double standard? Because if the
Right.
situation was reversed, the girls would be like, girl, you don't have to do nothing. That's your body. You can do what you want with your body.
Exactly.
But when it's reversed and the guy do it, they still attack the guy.
He's a sucker.
Right. He still attacked the guy, and I
He's
don't
a
get it.
lame.
And that's exactly what
Right.
some of the
He's lame.
comments were
He's a
saying.
sucker. He's all of that.
He must be gay. And how could he not want none? And she paid his way to do this and do that. And the guy was like, "Well, I
But
can leave. I didn't come here for that." And I don't blame him because you don't even know this chick. You don't know what this chick. You don't know what's her background like. You don't know nothing about her. You don't know she might be sick.
right.
She might have STD. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You gambling with your life, and that's the crazy
Exactly. And
part
that's
to
what I
me.
was gonna say.
You
And he just
gambling with
had
your
self
life.
respect.
But to them, that's wrong. And like I say, it seems like to me in today's society, men are the ones that are really taking the L. It seems like to me because no
Hmm.
matter what you do, it's never enough. No
Right.
matter what you do, it's never enough, and that's sad. That's sad. But I know
And
you said. Go ahead.
and
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say in some instances you do have women that are appreciative. And it's never enough for the guy.
Elaborate a little more.
It could be flipped. It could be flipped on that part too. Like you said, the nice girl, the good girl. It's like she have more heartbreak stories than the ones that's out there
Okay.
because the guy don't appreciate nothing. Like you said, here go this other girl. She got flued out and he didn't spent all his money. She got her body done. She got all this and that. Then you have another girl that is cooking for him, making sure he's okay, checking on him, making him lunch or sending him lunch money, being attentive. It's a healthy environment and interaction, but then she'll get her heart broken.
Right. So I know it was a topic you said you wanted to touch on. Let's talk about it.
I mean, we're really just stemming from this right here, just like relationships, or really just like what's your love language. You know, I guess comparison, like everybody does it, even though
Okay.
we shouldn't, because it's like, okay, if you was in a relationship and it ended, and then after that you got with me, you can't love me and treat me like you did that last person.
Right.
Me and her love language is not the same.
Right.
Like as a man, you have certain things that you do, like go on dates, be consistent, call on them, different things that you may do that can cater to each woman. But if she is that flashy woman that has a BBL and she want a Birkin, that's fine. But if you offer me 5, 10, 20, $40,000, if I have some debt, I might be like, well, I'm gonna pay my credit cards off, or I'm
Right.
gonna invest in this business that I want to do, or I want to. It just be different.
Right. Right.
Or I might want more of your time, and it doesn't make me look at you any less because you don't buy me all these lavish gifts all the time.
I totally agree with you. And like you say, why not? If a man is willing to spend $40,000 on you for a bag, why won't you take that $40,000. Instead of buying that bad, why don't you take that $40,000 and apply it to a business, or apply it to some real
Right.
estate? That way,
Right.
you have some type of residual income. But I can assure you, a lot of these girls probably don't even know what that is. They don't know what residual income
Right.
is, because they too
Right.
stuck. They too stuck in this social media era where everybody is Instagram famous.
Right.
You
Right.
know, there's no way you should take that money and invest that money. That
Right.
you spend $40,000 on a purse, then over time, what I guarantee you take that purse back to the store, is not worth 40,000.
Right. But also, people out here, they spending all this money and have no life insurance too.
Yeah, that
Make it make sense. All
right,
these GoFundMe's when people passing away, and I just make it make sense for me.
right. I
Everything you have on is top notch, but your life is not that important to you.
Because they living in the moment. They living in the moment. That's
Right.
why. They not thinking about you know, 3 or 4, 5 years down the road. They living in the moment. Even though it might not take that long, you can walk outside. You can walk right out your door and mess around and get shot walking right outside your door. You know, but
Right. But then guess what? They'll be calling you and then get mad because you saying, well, we know Kelvin got it. He didn't even offer to give us $100. No, you should have kept that same energy with them and told them, why you spending all this money, give me $100, every month or whatever it is
but
to cover
that's
your life insurance.
that's when reality set in though. Reality set
Exactly.
in at that point. Now you humbled. You got to humble yourself, and now you're humbled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
Right.
That's absolutely insane to
It
me.
is.
But hey, I don't get it. But like I said, how they say you stand on business. I'm gonna stand on it. I ain't going. I ain't.
Right.
I ain't, if I buy you, and here's another thing. This is my philosophy. If I buy you a $40,000 purse, trust and believe, I'm gonna have 3 times that amount put away.
Of
Because
course.
if I don't have 3 times that amount put away, I can't afford that $40,000 purse.
Right.
I mean, does that make sense to you?
It does.
Because the life I used to live and who I used to be, that was my mentality. At one
Mm-hmm.
point, in my life, I had 6 cars, all at one time.
Okay.
At one time,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom and mainly my father, he used to always tell me, "Why you got so many cars? You can only drive one at a time." But
Right.
I had the money to do that. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
the point I'm trying to make is this: if I'm going to go out and spend $20,000 or $30,000 on a car, I'm gonna have $90,000 put away.
Right.
I'm not gonna take my last $30,000 and go buy a car. Now all I got is a
Right.
car and shit. 3 months later, they repossessed the buffer.
The car
You,
broke down.
right? You
Or
know what I'm saying?
right, or the car broke
Something
down
major,
and you
something
can't.
major to happen, or the insurance. You had an accident and the insurance lapsed. And now you know what I'm saying? You just gave
Right.
away $30,000. This was stupid to me.
Right.
Stupid. But
And then like going back to the love language, for the men too. If I be like, babe, what you want to do for your birthday? You like, I really just want to relax. I've been working hard. I want you to make me pot roast to this favorite meal I like of yours. I want to, and you telling me what you want to do. Then I
right,
done threw you this lavish party, then did all this other stuff. And you like, I didn't even ask for that.
right.
Or she's mad because you don't even want to show up. And it's like, no, you didn't even listen to anything I told you that I like.
So see, that's one thing. That's one thing I do know about men and women. You know, you have to really listen to a woman. She gonna tell you in so many words what she want. She might not be direct with it,
Right.
but we just have to be,
Right.
as men, we have to be able to pick up on the language that the women speak. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. But women don't be listening to me. And I'm not saying all of them because I do. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when the man is showing you how he moves, He's showing you how he's communicating. He's telling you what he's like, and you're just doing what you want to do for him. That's not his love language.
Right.
And now you have an attitude because you didn't even pay attention to him enough, or you just didn't care to do what made him happy. He's doing the stuff that makes you happy.
So let me ask you this. So you
Mm-hmm.
think women today really pay attention to men? Do you honestly think they
A,
let me see, how do I want to say this? How do I, cuz I don't want to word this the wrong way. I don't want to. So
a small percentage.
right, right. Okay, well, you know where I was going with it. You know exactly where I was going with it then. Because a lot of these
A
motherfuckers don't
small
listen.
percentage.
A lot of these motherfuckers don't listen. They don't listen at all.
They
I mean,
don't.
you could tell them, hey, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is what I need, and then when the time comes for you to need that, oh, I forgot.
Right.
You forgot. Okay, well,
Because they didn't
so
care anyway.
absolutely, absolutely. So
That's the bottom line of that.
yeah, which like I say, it's I don't know. It's kind of I don't want to say it's 50-50 because it's definitely lopsided. It's not fifty
Right.
fifty in these relationships. That's for sure. You know,
It's not.
it's one sided, and if it ain't her way, then there's no way.
Right.
I'm not saying everybody is like that because I don't want everybody to jump on me
Right.
at one time. Y'all don't jump on me, but I'm just saying, you know, it's
There's a
either
vast majority.
yeah, it's either her way or no way, and that's the crazy part about it to me. I know earlier, we talked about you being a musician.
Hmm.
Um, let's touch bases on Beyonce real quick.
Okay.
Now, before I say anything, are you in the Beehive?
No.
Okay, good. So I can talk to you. Now,
You can.
how do you feel about Beyonce's new country album?
I only listened to the two songs.
And
Um,
what was your take on it?
they were okay. I feel like she, as an artist, is open. Well, any artist is open and free to express themselves however they want to. You know, tap into different genres, show that they have range. You know, to do different genres and pull it off. But I just think she should have stuck to what she was doing, or maybe she felt like she conquered it all. You know.
Well, and that was my take on it because to me, um, I don't. I'm not feeling it. I'm not saying that. I don't like it. I mean, me personally, I don't like the music. Not saying I have nothing against country folks or anything like that. I just don't like
Right.
the fact that on this particular project she chose to try to cross over and do something different when you're so used to a person doing it this way. Maybe, like you say, maybe
Right.
she figured the R&B side of things, she's probably conquered that already. So now she's probably going to try to cross over. Now, I'm not going to even use the word crossover because this probably was just one and done. This probably was a one and done project. But as far as the
Well, you
music,
know.
go
Mhm.
ahead, go ahead.
She did the house music too and the Afro beats. So I think she tapped into different genres of music. So that's why I was like, maybe this might have been next on her list. But I'm with you. I'm not feeling it either.
Right. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I heard it, but I immediately turned from it. It's certain
Yeah.
me. I like all music. Don't get me wrong. I like all music, but it's certain music that just make my skin crawl. And
Hmm.
I damn near broke my radio the other day in my car. Soon Sexy Red came on. I just can't.
I'm with you.
I can't do it. Some of this shit I can't listen to. It's just terrible to me. You know.
But guess
So
I think our spirits pick up on when something is being forced and it's not really authentic
right.
or it doesn't have any substance.
So, are we speaking on Beyonce right now, we speaking on Sexy Red or just the music in
Just
general.
whatever artist, yeah, that's out there, because you can uh have different songs and stuff like that. Because I think, okay, remember Rihanna when she came up with the song Umbrella,
Uh huh.
but I think they was trying to give it to Mary J. Blige. I couldn't picture her singing that.
Right.
So we would
Yeah.
have heard that and been like, oh, this is a flop for her. You know what I'm saying? But for Rihanna, it was perfect.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. I think the soul, I think our spirits pick up on when somebody is genuinely giving us something, and they put some effort and time and they're all into it, versus somebody being a gimmick or whatever and be like, oh, well, this is what they want right now, so this is what I'm finna do. I could do that. Get up there and take my clothes off and talk about being a bad bitch and nigga where the money at, and you know, um, all of these things, and fit right in. But that people that know me will be like, now what's she doing?
Right.
Because
Right.
this ain't even her.
Right. But I guess they feel that's how they have to make it in today's industry. They feel they have to, you know, I feel they figure that they have to take their clothes off to get traction
Right.
and to get popular and then get famous real quick. That's why they do it.
Well, other people are telling them they have to take their clothes off too, because it was told to me. Well,
Right.
you're gonna have to do this. And I had people tell me, well, you're gonna have to sleep with people when you get in the industry, so you might as well sleep with me and let me help guide you through the industry. This was told to me.
Really.
Oh, you're gonna have to take them clothes off. You're gonna have to dress more revealing. You're gonna have to dress more sexy. Yes, this is the requirement for most women.
Who told you that?
I
Hey,
don't want to name no names,
hey, man,
but
this
it
is
was
this is
it
this
was
is this is situations.
I
This is
it
the
but it was
situation.
multiple people. It was multiple people. Like when people first see me, yeah, you're pretty, but the girls is taking it off. And if you want to compete, you got to do this, you got to do that, and it's like you didn't even see what I had to offer first before you making that option. Yeah, they took all their clothes off, but what if when I open my mouth, I sing like Whitney Houston
Right.
and I captivate you with my voice like Adele? She could just stand there flat footed and sing.
Right.
Jennifer Hudson. Like it's women that's not taking their clothes off and they're winning.
It's just that ratchetness in these chicks that make them want to go that route. You know,
It is. It
that's
is.
all. That's all it is. Because you know, I'm not. That's not my arena. That's not my area. But
Right.
I can assure you that is more is a little more sophisticated than what people make it out to be. When I say that, I mean as far as not having to, take your clothes off. I ain't seen Beyonce do it. I haven't seen Mary J. Blige do it. I haven't seen
Right.
Adele do it. I haven't seen Jennifer Hudson do it.
Right.
I haven't seen Lettucey do it.
I was gonna say,
So
look at Monica, and she's a little more on the edgier side too with certain songs that she do, but
but
she's
she
still
right,
dressed and presentable.
right. It's
She's
it's
still dressed and
acceptable.
presentable.
Right. I haven't seen her do it. So I think it's just the like for an example, that's this chick, Sexy Red. I don't even say Sexy Red. I'm just gonna call her Red because ain't nothing about her sexy. Nothing. There's nothing
Okay.
about her sexy. You know. So I'm gonna call her Red. But look at her. That's just a hot mess. She
It
can't
is.
rap. She can't rap. The music is trash. But that's what the industry know what they're doing. The music industry know
Exactly.
exactly what they're doing. They knowing that
Yes.
that type of music is going to sell. So that's why they
It's
pushing
gonna
it.
it's gonna sell and it's gonna create controversy at the same time. So even though we don't like it, we're still talking about it.
Right. Well,
You know
I'm
what I'm
talking.
saying?
I'm
So
I'm talking about it, but it's not the positive I'm saying about it. That's for
right.
sure. I don't. I
Right.
wouldn't
So
download it. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't go to a concert of hers. If they gave me front row. If they gave me to sit on the stage with them, I wouldn't go because I don't.
I wouldn't either.
That's not the type of music I listen to. That's not. I
Right.
mean, now I'm gonna say this: when it comes down to the female rap artists, my girl have always been Little Kim. Now, when Lil Kim
Yes.
first came out, Lil Kim was on that edge. She was on the edge,
Right.
but Lil
She
Kim
was.
can rap.
Right.
Lil Kim have bars. This girl, shit,
But
me and you.
she still carry herself in a classy way too, no matter what she had on.
That's true. That's
They
true.
just being straight up ratchet.
Right. Me and you might as well create a rap group. Shit. I mean, because what Sexy Red talking about ain't nothing. We can talk. We can do that. You know what
we
I'm saying?
can.
We can definitely
We
do that.
can.
That because that what she's
We
saying ain't
can.
nothing. Rap today,
It's
today's
not.
rap industry is not even about. I would say about 10 years ago. I think I would give or take to
Yeah.
get into the music industry to be a rapper. You had to have what it takes. You had to have what it takes. If you didn't have what it takes, then
Right.
you wasn't gonna make it. But today's industry,
They have formulas where they can build you up to where you're gonna be accepted and start generating money. That's it.
and that's what it's all about, is
But
that end dollar.
it shows, you know what I'm saying, with because if you place me or if you place somebody else up there and what if all the sound go out? What if it's a technical issue?
Right.
Can you still get up there with the crowd and
Right.
perform your music
Right.
without any backing track or anything else?
Absolutely.
That's where you separate the real and
That's
the fake.
right.
That's where
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
separate
agree.
it.
I agree with you. I agree with you because you notice I've seen a couple of times where performers of music go out or something happen and they stop the show, opposed to
Exactly.
keep
Exactly.
showing your true range. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of
They
them don't do
they
that.
don't have any.
Right.
They need the track.
All right, hold on
Because
one.
no, they have vocals.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, those tracks that they put together, they could put vocals on there too. So sometimes they're not necessarily even doing it live, they're lip singing. So
Unbelievable. But that's what we at
yes.
in today's society.
Yes.
Give me one sec here. Let me pay. Today's episode was sponsored by Kofi Apparel, #1 for all your printing and apparel needs. A description will. Okay, once again, I'm back. But yeah, so I mean, today is sad. It's really sad. But
It is.
that's what we at in today's world. But
I remember going on a double date. My cousin was seeing this guy, and he had a friend knew how to be like, "Well, you got somebody look like you." It's like guys always say that. Do you want that person? Have somebody else gonna look like somebody else.
right,
I mean, but we did look alike because we're related. But when I met him, he was like, "Ma, you bad." He said, "But your butt ain't big enough. You want me to buy you one?" This was the man said to me, like straight out the gate. And it was crazy. I was like, sweetie, I said, go get what you want.
right. I mean, because
If
that
you want
you.
somebody,
But what I don't understand is by you not having a big butt, that don't solidify who you are as a woman.
right. So don't try to put me down. But if that's what you want, then we don't have to do this at all. Go get what you want. If that's your
Right,
preference, I don't mind people having preferences.
right,
Do what makes you happy. Don't try to tell somebody else they need to change this because you could buy me the butt and I go get it done and then we still don't vibe. There's still no chemistry.
right. So he
But
only
for another female, she would be like, I don't care. I got a free butt out the deal
yeah, they only looking at
for
one
somebody
thing.
that want that.
Right.
Exactly.
That's crazy. But like I say, it's going on out here. It's going on out
It
here. That's
is.
it seems like men are infatuated with that. Um, and I'm
And they
speaking from
say
a
they tired of it, but somebody's still paying for it.
I'm speaking from a male perspective. My perspective. To me,
Mm-hmm.
if if how do I want to say this? If I meet a woman and that's how I met her with a BBL and
Right.
there was some chemistry, then cool. But if I meet someone that doesn't have that BBL and the vibe is
Right.
still there and the chemistry is still there, cool. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm good. I'm good either way. I'm not gonna meet nobody that doesn't
Right.
have that and persuade them or try to persuade them to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not who I am. That's not the type of individual that I am. I can care less if you have a big butt or not. If I'm feeling you, the vibe is right, the chemistry is there. When we link, it's
Right.
we having fun, we laugh, we talking, we joking, we playing. Then that's I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'll be
Right.
perfectly fine with that. You know. But I'm not. I'm
Mhm.
not. I would have never told you what this guy said. I would have never said that because that's not who you are. You know, you was brought here
Right.
one particular way. You was brought here one particular way for a reason. Because I'm pretty
But see, he
sure.
didn't even get to know me.
Right. But that's
We
that's
haven't
true.
even had a full conversation before he even said that. He said it, and I was like, "Sweetie, go get what you want."
Right. Well, you told him right. You definitely told him right. I mean, what else? I mean,
Right.
what else you supposed to say? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me run this real quick. Give me 1 second, okay? Today's episode was sponsored by Kofi Apparel, number one for all your printing and apparel needs. A description will be left below. Make sure you guys reach out and contact them and tell them Situations the podcast sent you. Okay, we back. Okay, well, any closing remarks? You have anything you want to close out with?
I just want to say thank you to everybody that subscribed and tuned in. Um, Also, if you guys have any suggestions on topics that you would like to hear or comment on, please let us know, and send them
Right,
to us.
right. Okay, tell the people how they can find you.
I'm on Facebook, Deanna Chester, Instagram, Miss Deanna.
Okay, and in closing, I would like to thank those of you that tuned in. And I just want to say, remember to stay blessed and keep that on repeat because when you don't, that's when situations arise. Until next week, we'll see you when we see you. Peace.